I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. After slightly cooler than the normal, highs in the 40s this afternoon and slowly decreasing winds, high pressure moves overhead for light winds tonight. Southerly winds ahead of approaching low pressure. Warmer highs tomorrow into the mid to upper 40s in Nebraska, the 50s over northern Kansas, in behind a warm front. As low pressure moves east across Kansas, rain and snow chances increase tomorrow, mostly across Nebraska, possibly as soon as tomorrow morning. Compared to the last system, this is a more likely chance of widespread snow tomorrow night through Friday morning. Accumulations expected to range 1 to 4 inches along and north of I-80, up to 4 to 8 inches north of Highway 2 in the Sandhills. Highs drop as low as the mid-30s to the low 40s by Friday. A ridge of high pressure boosting our highs into the 70s by Monday and Tuesday. With increasing fire concerns, our next chance of precipitation may not arrive until late next week. In the long-term forecast, Nebraska and Kansas temperatures remain warmer than normal the early to middle of next week before trending closer to seasonal late next week through March 18th. Precipitation for Nebraska and Kansas Monday through March 18th indicated to be near normal to slightly above normal. Key weather factors driving the markets include more storms for the U.S., parts of central Brazil seeing good rain, and heavy rain for much of Argentina. Blizzard conditions from Iowa to near Lake Superior subside this late day as powerful low pressure lifts from near Lake Michigan into eastern Canada. The storm's trailing cold front continues to generate locally severe thunderstorms until exiting the Atlantic seaboard this afternoon. In the storm's wake, a pair of fast-moving disturbances track across the U.S. The initial system, currently arriving in California, reaches the mid-Atlantic coast early Saturday. Tomorrow through Friday, snow and blizzard-affected areas such as Nebraska and Iowa may temporarily slow snow moving. The trailing system tracks across the southern U.S. with weekend rain expected along the Gulf Coast. Wet snow may briefly affect the southern plains. The middle of next week, isolated rain pushes eastward across the U.S. Another storm late next week and weekend brings more widespread precipitation. Milder air spreads through much of the U.S. early next week before temperatures drop behind the next storm by next weekend. In central Brazil, Mato Grosso continues to benefit from consistent rains while crops suffer in other areas of Brazil from drier and hotter weather. Better rain chances look to arrive in more of Brazil this weekend and early next week. In central and southern Argentina, waves of rain are easing the drought but also increasing flooding concerns. Northern Argentina is seeing higher crop stress for immature corn and soybeans from less rain and highs up around 100. All of Argentina turning cooler and drier next week. With your check of ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.